Hello there and welcome. This is Mena O'Sullivan, and today I wanted to just share some building ideas that I trust will enrich and improve your life. And I was looking first earlier today at Ecclesiastes 11 and 6. And it's a nice thought for people who are looking to plant good seeds so that you will reap a great harvest in life and in everything. I'm going to share that thought really quick, and then I'm going to get into a reading that I started with my daughter today, because I think even though she's not yet a teenager, it's something very valuable, and it was quite interesting how she responded to the reading. So I'm going to share that in a minute. So this one is from Ecclesiastes 11 and verse 6. It says, "Sow your seed in the morning, and do not let your hand rest until the evening, for you do not know which will have success, whether this one or that one, or whether they will both do well. Sow your seed in the morning, and do not let your hand rest until the evening, for you do not know which will have success, whether this one or that one, or whether they will both do well." And the concept of sowing your seed from morning till evening can sound very tiring. But that's sometimes we have to just push ourselves, even though we may be a little tired, because you just don't know which seed is going to catch, right? Which one is going to be successful. So today, as a parent, and in wanting to be the best mom that I can be, the best parent that I can be, I decided that I'm playing with something here and it's not working out the way I want. So I'm just going to focus and leave it alone. So in the effort of being the best mom that I can be, I decided, okay, what can I do to grab my daughter's attention? Because kids, their attention span is not the longest, and it's it's like different things work and different things don't work. So that's where the concept of sowing a seed comes in, and sowing different seeds, planting different times. So as I was getting organized, I came across this book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens, for Sean Covey. And I thought, you know what, at breakfast I read a scripture, and then I'm going to read something from the book. Instead of having her read it, I'm going to read something, because you can put in all the emphasis. And as I was reading and I was watching her facial expressions, I was like, interesting. Looks like it's working. She's not yet a teen, but what I find is that kids these days are light years ahead, and I'm trying to match the speed of where she's headed, right? And plant good seeds in the same time. So I'm going to share the reading from the beginning of the book to the first chapter and go from there. So this one is what's inside. So part 1, the setup. And in the setup, you have the first chapter being Get in the Habit. Second one, Paradigms and Principles. Today, I want to focus on from the beginning to the end of Get in the Habit, and then we'll continue next time from there. Who am I? I'm your constant companion. I'm your greatest helper or your heaviest burden. I will push you onward or drag you down to failure. I'm completely at your command. Half the things I do, you might just as well turn over to me, and I will be able to do them quickly and correctly. I'm easily managed. You must merely be firm with me. Show me exactly how you want something done, and after a few lessons, I'll do it automatically. I'm the servant of all great individuals, and alas, of all failures as well. Those who are great, I've made great. Those who are failures, I've made failures. I'm not a machine, though I work with all the precision of a machine, plus the intelligence of a human. You may run me for a profit or run me for ruin. It makes no difference to me. Take me, train me, be firm with me, and I will place the world at your feet. Be easy with me, and I will destroy you. Who am I? I am habit. Whoa, habit sounds vicious. So here it is, part one, the setup. And the first chapter here is get in the habit. They make you or break you. Get in the habit. They make you or break you. Welcome. So I'm reading now directly what the author has put together. My name is Sean and I wrote this book. I don't know how you got it. Maybe your mom gave it to you to shape you up. Or maybe you bought it with your own money because a title caught your eye. Regardless of how it landed in your hands, I'm really glad it did. Now you just need to read it. A lot of teens read books, but I wasn't one of them. I did read several Cliff Note book summaries, however. So if you're like me, you may be ready to shelve this book, but before you do that, hear me out. If you promise to read this book, I'll promise to make it an adventure. In fact, to keep it fun, I've stuffed it full of cartoons, clever ideas, great quotes, and incredible stories about real teens from all over the world, along with a few other surprises. So, will you give it a try? Okay? Okay. Now, back to the book. The book is based on another book that my dad, Stephen R. Covey, wrote several years ago entitled The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Surprisingly, this book has become one of the best-selling books of all time. He owes a lot of the credit for its success to me and my brothers and sisters, however. And there's a little quote on this page that says, "We first make our habits, then our habits make us." And that's from an English poet. You see, we were the guinea pigs. We tried out all of his psycho experiments. The dad tried out all his psycho experiments on us, and that's why my brothers and sisters have major emotional problems. Just kidding, siblings. Luckily, I escaped uninjured. So why did I write this book? I wrote it because life for teens is no longer a playground. It's a jungle out there. And if I've done my job right, this book can be like a compass to help you navigate through it. In addition, unlike my dad's book, which was written for old people and can get really boring at times, this book was written especially for teens and is always interesting. Although I'm a retired teenager, I remember what it was like to be one. I could have sworn I was riding an emotional roller coaster most of the time. Looking back, I'm actually amazed that I survived. Barely. I never forget the time in the 7th grade when I first fell in love with a girl named Nicole. I told my friend Clara to tell her that I liked her. I was too scared to speak directly to girls, so I used interpreters. Clara completed his mission and returned and reported, "Hey, Sean, I told Nicole that you liked her." "What did she say?" I giggled. "She said, 'Oh, Sean, he is fat.'" Clara laughed. I was devastated. I felt like crawling into a hole and never coming out again. I vowed to hate girls for life. Luckily, my hormones prevailed and I began liking girls again. I suspect that some of the struggles that teens have shared with me are also familiar to you. Like, there's too much to do and not enough time. I've got school, homework, job, friends, parties, family on top of everything else. I'm totally stressed out. Help! How can I feel good about myself when I don't match up? Everywhere I look, I'm reminded that someone else is smarter or prettier or more popular. I can't help but think, if only I had her hair, her clothes, her personality, her boyfriend, then I'd be happy. Or, I feel as if my life is out of control. Another one, my family is a disaster. If I could only get my parents off my back, I might be able to live my life. It seems they're constantly nagging, and I can't even seem to satisfy them. Another one, I know I'm not living the way I should. I'm into everything, drugs, drinking, sex, you name it, but when I'm with my friends, I give in, and I just do what everyone else is doing. There's another one. I started another diet. I think it's my 5th one this year. I really do want to change, but I don't have the discipline to stick with it. Each time I start a new diet, I have hope, but it's usually only a short time before I blow it, and then I feel awful. There's another one. I'm doing too well in school right now. I'm not doing too well in school right now. If I don't get good grades, I'll never get into college. I'm moody and get depressed often, and I don't know what to do about it. These problems are real, and you can't turn off real life, so I won't try. Instead, I'll give you a set of tools to help you deal with real life. What are they? The 7 habits of highly effective teens, or said another way, the 7 characteristics that happy and successful teens the world over have in common. And just side comment, this I think applies to anybody, not just teens. By now, you're probably wondering what these habits are, so I might as well end the suspense. Here they are, followed by a brief explanation. Habit 1, be proactive. Take responsibility for your life. Habit 2, begin with the end in mind. Define your mission and goals in life. 3, put first things first. Prioritize and do the most important things first. Habit 4, think win-win. Have an everyone can win attitude. 5, seek first to understand, then to be understood. Listen to people sincerely. 6, synergize, work together to achieve more. 7, sharpen the saw. Renew yourself regularly. Here's a little chart of the habits. So the first 3 habits are like the roots. Being proactive, begin with the end in mind, put first things first. The trunk or the bark of the tree, think win-win. Seek first to understand, then be understood. And to synergize, cooperating, getting along with people. And then habit 7, sharpen the saw. As the above diagram shows, the habits build on each other. Habits 1, 2, and 3 deal with self-mastery. We call it the private victory. Habits 4, 5, and 6 deal with relationships and teamwork. We call it public victory. You've got to get your personal act together before you can be a good team player. That's why the private victory comes before the public victory. The last habit, habit 7, is the habit of renewal. It feeds all of the other 6 habits. The habits seem rather simple, don't they? But just wait till you see how powerful they can be. One great way to understand what the 7 habits are is to understand what they're not. So here are the opposites, or the 7 habits of highly defective teens. Habit 1, react. Blame all of your problems on your parents or stupid teachers or professors, your lousy neighborhood, your boyfriend or girlfriend, the government or something or somebody else. Be a victim. Take no responsibility for your life. Act like an animal. If you're hungry, eat. If someone yells at you, yell back. If you feel like doing something you know is wrong, just do it. Habit number 2, begin with no end in mind. Don't have a plan. Avoid goals at all costs and never think about tomorrow. Why worry about the consequences of your actions? Live for the moment. Sleep around, get wasted, and party on, for tomorrow we die. Habit number 3, put first things last. Whatever is most important in your life, don't do it until you've spent sufficient time watching reruns, talking endlessly on the phone, surfing the net, and lounging around. Always put off your homework until tomorrow. Make sure that things that don't matter come before things that do. Habit number 4, think win, lose. See life as a vicious competition. Your classmate is out to get you, so you'd better get him or her first. Don't let anyone else succeed at anything, because remember, if they win, you lose. If it looks like you're going to lose, however, make sure you drag that sucker down with you. Habit 5, seek first to talk, then pretend to listen. You were born with a mouth, so use it. Make sure you talk a lot. Always express your side of the story first. Once you're sure everyone understands your views, then pretend to listen by nodding and saying, uh-huh. Or, if you really want their opinion, give it to them. Habit 6, don't cooperate. Let's face it, other people are weird because they're different from you, so why try to get along with them? Teamwork is for the dogs. Since you always have the best ideas, you're better off doing everything by yourself. Be your own island. And the 7th habit of highly defective teens, wear yourself out. Be so busy with life that you never take time to renew or improve yourself. Never study. Don't learn anything new. Avoid exercise like the plague. And for heaven's sake, stay away from good books, nature, or anything else that might inspire you. As you can see, the habits listed above are recipes for disaster. Yet many of us indulge in them regularly, me included, and given this, it's no wonder that life really stinks at times. What exactly are habits? Habits are the things we do repeatedly, but most of the times we are hardly aware that we have them. They're on autopilot. Some habits are good, such as exercising regularly, planning ahead, showing respect for others. Some habits are bad, like thinking negatively, feeling inferior, blaming others. And some don't really matter, including taking showers at night, eating yogurt with a fork, reading magazines from back to front. Depending on what they are, our habits will either make us or break us. We become what we repeatedly do. As writer Samuel puts it, sow a thought, you reap an act. Sow an act, you reap a habit. Sow a habit, you reap a character. Sow a character, you reap a destiny. Luckily, you're stronger than your habits. Therefore, you can change them. For example, try folding your arms. Now, try folding them in the opposite way. How does this feel? Pretty strange, doesn't it? But if you folded them on the opposite way for 30 days in a row, it wouldn't feel so strange. You wouldn't even have to think about it. You'd get in the habit. At any time, you can look yourself in the mirror and say, hey, I don't like that about myself. And you can change a bad habit for a better one. It's not always easy, but it's always possible. Not every idea in this book will work for you, but you don't have to be perfect to see results either. Just living some of the habits will help. Some of the time, will help you experience changes in your life you never thought possible. 7 habits can help you get control of your life, improve your relationships with your friends, make smarter decisions, overcome addiction, define your values and what matters to you, get more done in less time, increase your self-confidence, be happy, find balance between school, work, friends, and everything else. One final point. It's your book, so use it. Get out a pencil, pen, or highlighter. Mark it up. Don't be afraid to underline, highlight, or circle your favorite ideas. Take notes on the margin, scribble, reread the stories that inspire you, memorize the quotes that give you hope. Try doing the baby steps at the end of each chapter, which are designed to help you start living the habits immediately. You'll get more out of the book if you do. You may also want to call or visit some of the hotlines and websites I've listed on the back of the book for additional help or information. If you're the kind of reader who likes to skip around looking for cartoons and other interesting tidbits, that's fine. But at some point, you ought to read the book from start to finish because the 7 habits are sequential. They all build on each other. Habit 1 comes before habit 2 and so on for a reason. So what do you say? Make my day and read the book. Coming attractions. Up next, we'll take a look at 10 of the dumbest statements ever made. You don't want to miss them, so read on. And that's it for today. That's it for getting on the habit. So we will pick up back on the next chapter. But the key thing today about habits is we first make our habits and then they make us. So sow good seeds, plant good habits, and because habits are things that we repeatedly do, it's good to think of what would I love? What kind of habit would I love to build? What kind of habit would I love to change? And then take consistent steps to actually make that real. Thanks for hanging out today. Mena O'Sullivan. Have a fabulous day, and we will talk soon. Ciao.